Okay, at this point I've got the engine block clamped in my vise, and I've taken my my stone hone, this type of hone here, a 3-stone hone, and I put a nice crosshatch pattern on the cylinder bore. I don't know if this camera's picking it up or not, but you're looking to get about like a 60-degree crosshatch on there. It's all even. I've checked the bore. It's right there within specs. I've put the rings in. I've got a nice about 10 thousandths ring gap on the top ring, which is I'm very happy with. And this bore now, I've cleaned this. And what you need to do after you hone this thing is wipe it out with some type of I don't know, lacquer thinner, naphtha, something like that. Brake cleaner works great. And you want the paper towel to come out dead white, no gunk, because that gunk isn't your friend when you go to put this engine together. So the next step, I'm going to do some assembly, and I'll go a little further with the video. Okay, at this point I've done a little assembly on the motor here. I've got the valves installed into the motor with the springs and the keepers. I've got the piston, the rings installed. Now in these particular motors there's a notch on the piston. The notch in almost every situation for Briggs and Straton goes towards the flywheel side. I think the Intech series only is different, where the notch goes to the crankcase side, but don't quote me on that, but I think that's the case. But I think in most every situation the notch on a Briggs motor goes to the flywheel. I've got the cam shaft installed here, and it might be hard to see. There's a little pock mark on the crankshaft gear, and then there's a big mark on the camshaft gear. So that sets up the timing. And then the only other piece to go on is the governor, which goes on. It floats, but when you put the end cover on, the crankcase cover, oil sump, whatever you want to call it, it locates there, so you got to pay attention to that when you put it in. Now, I think Briggs has a crankshaft end play of something like 5 to 30 thousandths or some such wide range as that, and in a genuine Briggs gasket set, a lot of times you get a variety of oil sump gasket thicknesses to help tailor that in, but more and more you get the aftermarket kit or whatever, it just has one gasket, and generally it's just fine whatever it is out to be, as long as it's not binding. And I've got the connecting rod all buttoned up, and I'm going to lube this thing up properly before I put it together, and put a little sealer on the flange where the gaskets go, and button it up so it's coming. Okay, I've got this thing back together now. It's all installed in the lawnmower, the blades on it. It's full of oil, it's full of gas, and I'm going to pull a start on it and see what happens. Expect it to smoke for a little bit because it's been lubed during assembly, but it should quit smoking relatively quickly, or else it's going to seize and nobody's going to be happy. So let's see what's going to happen.